Welcome to the Artist Loft, the talk show for all artists. Join us each show as we spotlight a variety of different creatives, hosted by the Florida Arts Network, with Richard Sosa and Frank A. Ruffolo.
And we're back for another episode of the Artist Loft. How's it going, everybody?
Yeah.
I'm Richard Sosa.
Frank Ruffolo.
And yeah.
We will be here every week this month.
Yes, I was just going to see you stole my thunder.
Hey, well, hey.
Guess I was taking too long to say it. But yeah, we'll be here every week for the month of April. And we are changing our time now. We're going to be at 5 o'clock every time. So yeah.
Yep.
Moving forward. The Artist Loft is brought to you by, we're an extension of the Florida Arts Network. We are a nonprofit, 501c3. And it's funny, instead of looking at the camera, I'm looking at the clock over here. Yeah. I'm just a hot mess. And we have two primary goals. One is to introduce kids to the arts and encourage them to be involved in the arts. And the other one is to promote the artists that are already doing the work and talk to them a little bit, and get their story. And, hopefully they can be an encouragement to the up-and-comers.
Yeah, we want to do that through scholarships and financial opportunities and maybe some workshops. So we need your help. And if you want to be an advertiser on our show, you can contact us at our website, floridaartsnetwork.org, and for as little as $75, you can participate.
Yep. All right, so today we have an artist, Lori Royce. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
And all you people out there, her artwork is right behind us in blue.
Yep.
From
yeah,
Italy.
I'm kind of blocking some of it here a little bit. My big old head, maybe if I kind of come down like
There
this a
you
little
go.
bit.
Yeah.
I can just do the show like this.
do the
Hey
show from
everybody,
there. Yeah, hi.
how y'all doing? But yeah, these are some paintings that were inspired by your trip to Italy.
Yes, they were. These are both acrylic paintings. And I like to paint on the beach, on location. So I started these paintings on location, and I wasn't able to complete them, so I took photos. And when I came back to the United States after my trip, I finished them up in my studio. I love the way they came out. And the color, the blues that I used, the actual colors that you see in Italy, they really are that brilliant.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to be gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. I had to capture it onto canvas. I had to.
So let me ask you then. Okay, you said that you paint on location.
Yeah.
Right. How long does that normally take you?
It takes a while. I mean, if it's a tiny little painting, I can probably knock it out in a few hours. But if it's a larger painting, such as the one of Capri, 24 by 36, that could take about 2 weeks.
Oh wow! So you just have to go back every day. And
Well, I couldn't go back to Italy, but I shot
You
a lot
could
of
have stayed.
photos.
But generally.
I could have stayed. Generally, if I'm in Florida, you'll see me around town on the beach. I'm lugging my easel out there, my art supplies. Yeah, if I have to go back, I do. But if there's something beautiful in the sky or the water that captures my attention, I know the light's going to be lost or it's going to change in about 20 minutes. I'll take photos of it and capture that light so I can go back to my studio and execute it onto canvas later.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're filming outdoors.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get late, and the director's yelling and screaming, going, "We're losing light!
Right,
We're losing light! We gotta get this
right.
shot! Gotta get this
That's
shot!"
exactly what happens. Yeah.
So how long have you been in the art world?
I started drawing when I was 4.
Wow.
And I had my first art show, and it was a solo. I had my first one at 12.
What?
I've never stopped painting.
So not that long ago.
Right. It was very recent.
Yeah.
So I had my first show in Miami. It was in a public building. Very exciting, a solo show of all my drawings. And then when I went to college, I went to Ringling College of Art and Design. I started painting. I picked up paintbrushes, and I loved it. So I kept up with both the drawing and the painting. So I never stopped. It's just a lifelong dream of mine, and I'm living it.
Yeah, no, see, that's when you know it's a passion.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, that's when you know
Yeah.
it's a passion. It's like me with acting. I knew at 5 years old what I wanted to do. I wanted to be in film somehow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just
So
there
where
inside
do you have any artwork on display locally?
Yeah, I do. I have a whole solo exhibition at Hotel Eve in downtown Miami. It's right across from Bayside Park, Bayfront Park. I've got 14 paintings up there. I took over the whole lobby.
Nice.
The hotel just said, Lori, we love your artwork. Just put up all your artwork. And I have a revolving art exhibition there. It's just me. So when I feel like switching out a painting or switching out my collection, or as I sell, I can take down a painting and replace it with another one of my paintings. They've been so gracious, and they let me pretty much do whatever I want.
Wow.
And the artwork looks beautiful in the lobby. It looks so
Yeah.
wonderful. And then I have another show right now through the month of April at Art Basil Italian Restaurant in Manalapan, Florida. So I've got a whole bunch of gorgeous, gorgeous acrylics and oils, seascapes, right up on the restaurant walls as the patrons are eating dinner, they're eating their pasta,
Yeah.
they're looking at my paintings. So it's really
Yeah.
exciting. And I sell at that restaurant, and I paint live there too. So I've got,
What do you prefer to paint?
what do I prefer?
Yeah.
I love the ocean, and I
Okay.
love the sky, how it reflects those colors and shimmers on the ocean waters. That's what I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very calming.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love landscapes. That kind of thing. It's very
Yeah.
common. It's one of the reasons I like to go to the beach at night.
Yeah.
And just sit there and
Just decompress a little bit,
yeah,
right?
gather
I
your
know.
thoughts and
Yeah.
the ocean air and,
Oh,
the waves coming in.
The sounds, you know?
Yes.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
I love the ocean as it's lapping along the shoreline. And I love
Yeah.
to catch that in my paintings.
Yeah.
Or if it's very, very calm, like it was in Italy, it was so calm. You know, I love to catch that too, how serene it is and peaceful it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were in the Mediterranean, and it's like glass.
Right,
It's just
right,
flat,
right.
like glass.
Right. There's
And
not
this-
a
and then
ripple.
early in the morning, the sun sparkles off the
Right.
Really?
Right.
off the ocean, off the top of the surface of the water. It's fantastic.
Right.
See, we need to take a road trip to Italy one day. It's just-
We should do a remote. Tell these people we got to do a remote from.
oh, there you
you
go.
go.
Oh, that's a great idea.
There you go. We have some connections.
Artist
out
Loft
there,
on
right?
location. That's a great idea.
Do a remote.
That would be absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You know, kind of see where some of my roots are, right? Cuban American with roots in Italy and Greece, Spain and France, and I'm just a slop bucket.
Yeah. My roots are 73% Italian, but the rest of my roots are from northern Africa all the way through the Sinai Peninsula to Persia.
That's
So,
pretty cool, though.
That
makes you who you are.
makes me who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you started painting when you were 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew then. I knew that I was good. I knew
Mm-hmm.
that I knew how to handle the art supplies, even though no one taught me yet, because I was
Mm-hmm.
pretty young. I just knew what to do with the paper. I love pads of paper, expensive pads of paper, you know,
Yeah.
the artist kind.
Oh, yeah.
And I love drawing with very expensive pencils and colored crayons. And I started with the pastels are a little, it's not great for kids, but the wax crayons you start, you know, and then I feel like the pencils are better for kids because you're not getting messy, but
Yeah.
you can see all the pretty colors and they blend well. So I knew there was something there. Even at that young age, I just knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe it. I totally believe it. I was
Yeah.
the same way. You
Yeah.
know, but with the whole acting thing, 5 years old, putting together little 15-second skits
Aw.
for my family and their friends, you
Yeah.
know, with some of the other kids. What do I
Yeah.
know, 15 seconds?
Yeah.
You know, I'd open the doors, it's time for the show, you know, and stuff like this. So yeah, I get it. So now you said that the first time that you had your work exhibited, you were 12?
12. Yeah.
So what was that like, prepping for that show?
Well, to be honest with you, it came at me as a surprise. One of my teachers in school submitted my artwork for a competition. I actually didn't know about it.
Wow.
And I don't remember any letters coming to the house, saying, dear Mr. and Mrs., your daughter, has gotten into a show. Nothing like that. All I got was a little certificate. One day I was called into the principal's office, a certificate, and I got some kind of a little ribbon. And they said, you got into the show, you got a solo exhibition. I said, what are you talking about? They said, we entered your drawing. There were 3 drawings, and all 3 of them got in. But I was the only artist that got in. So they did they were big.
Yeah.
They were big, like 3-foot drawings. And they took up a conference room, like one wall of a conference room, in a public building in Miami. This is huge, where thousands of people are passing through. So I was 12 and I wasn't even old enough to drive yet, not even close. So I had to ride my bike to go to see my own show.
That's great.
And I remember very clearly looking up and going, wow, this is so cool. I mean, and they made, I guess the building department or whoever was in charge of the show made little signage, with my name and the titles. I'm saying, this is the coolest thing. I'm going, yes, yes, yes. This is what I want. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
I don't want anything else. This is what I want, And then the next show, you learn, you put them up for sale next time.
So I'm curious, those three drawings, where are they now?
Well, I have 2.
Do you really?
Yeah, and the school that entered me, the principal took one of them and put it in his office. I believe if I go back to my school, it's probably still there. Because I never got notice that it was taken down or given to anyone or went home with someone. I have a feeling if I walked into my old school, it would probably still be hanging in the principal's office.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful drawing, it was actually a figure drawing of a student, a male, reading a book. And it was a line drawing from an exercise I had in one of my art classes. And it's called blind drawing. Your eyes are closed. And you're drawing. What?
Wait,
I know.
no.
That's
Did
really
you see
getting
the question
into
marks
it.
popping out of my head?
Well, you've got to look at your subject matter and then, good for about 10 minutes and then remember it. And then you just start blind drawing. You close your eyes and draw. And then if you want to open your eyes, you can't look at your drawing. You can't. You've got to look at the subject matter. So you've got to have something over your hand, over the drawing, so you don't see what you're drawing.
Right.
It's a connection. You're making a connection with your artist tool and the paper that you're drawing it on.
Well, I guess it's kind of like Beethoven. He was deaf and such an amazing
You feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do drawing and painting, but I can't do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
It was pretty intense, but
No,
I don't know, it came out great. It was pretty easy for me. I guess I have a very emotional connection to drawing.
I guess so.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think I would be able to do that. Although my parents thought that I was going to get into art when I was younger, simply because I was able to take these small. My mom was a teacher, and she was teaching this lesson, and she needed these little comic strip size things like this big, and I did it for her. Oh, he's gonna go into art.
No.
Acting.
Oh.
That was my real passion. I love dabbling in the arts.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I had it all when I was in New York City growing up.
You have access to everything in there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And your friends probably were artists, I'm sure. You had some.
Some of them.
Some of them.
were, but mostly I was kind of like the oddball. A lot of my friends, they were into sports and everything else, and I was into music and acting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Something
like,
creative.
I don't know. You
Yeah.
don't play baseball? I don't know. I can sit there and watch a game, but the arts. That's my thing.
Yeah, there's something very magical about it. All of the arts, not just me drawing and painting. It's
Art is
the
magical.
music, the
It's,
ballet, all of it.
Yeah, it really
it's
is.
incredible.
And regardless of the medium.
Yeah.
Regardless of the medium, it's a form. It's a form of expression, and if it's done well, it elicits a response from the person that's seeing it, or hearing it,
Right.
or touching it, whatever, You know, it's
That's the ultimate prize.
yeah.
Is that the viewer is feeling everything that you want them to feel and even
Yes.
more. That's
Yeah.
the ultimate high right there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I get it. When I do
Yeah.
a scene and I see the reaction
Yeah.
of the audience,
Yeah.
it's like,
And you hear an applause. Oh,
yes.
Right.
I remember my first standing ovation. It was amazing. 3,000 people standing up to
Wow,
their
that's
feet.
a lot
I'm
of people.
Wow, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of people. But we need to take a quick commercial break,
Yep.
and we'll be back with Lori on the flip side.
See you soon.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Agent Romante, but most of you know me as Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de Rosa Ramirez from The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. I just wanted to give a shout out to my man, Richard Sosa. He is one of the best acting coaches that I've had the pleasure to work with, and he's actually worked with me in my program for many years, and I highly recommend this guy. So if you have an opportunity to work with him, what are you waiting for? Now, get out of my face. Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya de Rosa Ramirez. I am out.
Frank A. Ruffalo, a renowned author and screenwriter. Best known for books such as 10048, Blue Falcon, Memoir of a Soldier, and his latest Samuel of Sarah. Check out his website at frankaruffalo.com or buy his books on Amazon.
And we're
And
back.
We're back with Laurie Royce,
Yeah. Okay,
artist
so
extraordinaire.
yes,
Artist on location.
I know. See, you know, wouldn't it have been cool if like her first name was Rolls?
Well,
You know,
my friends call me Rolls Royce, so it's okay.
do they really?
Yes, they
That's
do.
hysterical.
Since junior high, yes.
That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah. See, but that's not bad. I was called
No.
Ribsy.
Oh,
That was my, because I was so skinny that, you know, when in the third grade we read a story about some kid who found a German Shepherd on the street. He was so skinny you could see his ribs. So like, hey, Rich. So all through elementary and high school, my nickname was Ribs.
I'd much rather be called Rolls Royce.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so now in your growth
Yep.
as an artist,
Yep.
right? I know it wasn't all fun and games.
It's very challenging.
Yeah, what were some of the, you know, couple of challenges that you had to, couple of hurdles that you had to overcome?
Well, most of it is financial, to be honest with you. The finances are up, down,
Always.
up, down, up, down,
Yeah.
always, right? And a lot of businesses, but being a self-employed artist, you've got to hang on to your money when you make it. You just can't be spending it recklessly. And if you're entering shows, you got to be careful. Don't just keep entering shows. They cost a lot of money and it adds up to thousands and thousands. Be very selective in where your expenses go. Keep your expenses low.
Yeah.
The second challenge is always, where are my clients? Where are they? Now I've got the venue. I've got my artwork. Now how do I find people that are going to buy my artwork? That's always been challenging because it changes. It changes year after year after year. It changes.
Yeah.
So that's a challenge. Where are the clients? Where are they now? So I follow them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hunting. Okay, where are they buying? Are they at outdoor shows? Are they at indoor shows? Are they coming to my exhibitions? Are they online? Are they coming to a restaurant? Are they at the art galleries? Where are they? So it's a lot of hunting research and figuring out what's going on. Where are they? And then I go there.
You
I
have a-
put
you have a
myself there.
website?
I do.
Oh, so do you sell online?
I do sell online.
All right, so
Living in
what's your
Artist
website?
Life.
Tell everybody your
It's
website.
livinginartistlife.com. Yeah. All my paintings are up there. It's so easy.
Yeah.
You can
yeah.
just
No,
boop.
I was on
You can
on
just
your
push
website.
a
I
button
saw
and boop, click here, your credit card, you're done.
Yeah.
I'll ship it to you. It's so easy. Or if you're local, I deliver. You know,
Yeah.
very nice. I'll deliver for free if you're in South Florida.
Yeah.
I love it. I love coming to a client's house
Yeah.
with the painting, showing up, and they're just gushing with joy. I love it.
Yeah, but you know, you mentioned two things that are really important that a lot of artists don't think about, because a lot of artists are very right brain.
Yeah.
Right? You know, the whole creativity thing,
Right.
you know. And they're not so much left brain,
Nope.
which is the analytical,
Right.
you know, and stuff.
You've-
And so they may be super creative,
Right.
but then they don't have any business sense.
Right. It is a business.
It really
Every
is.
single day it's a business.
That's what we try to tell
Every
everybody
day.
that's in this field of artist field, whether it's written, performing,
Right.
verbal, or visual. You have to treat yourself as a business.
You do.
Yeah, because they might get and I like for acting gigs, right? That's my thing.
It's a
right?
gig.
Is film,
Yeah.
right? You make $5, $6, $7, $8,000 on an acting
Right.
gig, and so you get this check minus
Yeah.
the percentage for
Yeah.
your agent, right?
Right.
So you get this check, and you're like, oh wow, I'm going to go
Right.
shopping now.
Right.
Wait, what?
What? No.
And this is how you stay a starving artist.
Right.
Because you're not saving your money.
Right.
You're not reinvesting it in yourself.
Right.
Now, for actors, sometimes reinvesting in yourself is wardrobe.
Right.
You know, because
Right.
you go to networking events, which
Right,
is
you
the
gotta-
other
Right.
thing.
Yes.
Right.
I go
that would
to
be the
networking
equivalent
events.
of you. You know.
I do go to networking
Yeah.
events. Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to networking events, and people are so petty. You
Yep.
know, they remember what you wore last time. And I know a lot of
Even
people
on a
down
guy,
here.
that's unusual.
Yeah, even
That's
on a guy.
unusual.
Not as much,
Yeah.
but it's crazy. I see the looks. You know, it's, okay. What's he wearing today? You know. Now it's easier with guys because you can wear the same suit and just
Yep.
change your shirt and tie,
Yep. Yep.
and it's a totally different outfit. Women have a much tougher time because that white sequin
Right,
dress,
right,
you
right.
know, with the
Right.
little straps
Right,
here, you know, they
right.
wore the last time.
Right.
They can't wear that again.
Right.
I saw this article one time, Beyonce did this music video, and there was a comment saying, oh, she's wearing earrings that she wore in another music video that she did like 3-4 years ago. What? What?
That's someone that has nothing better to do.
Nothing better.
I know. It's crazy.
So,
It's
Lori,
crazy.
over the years, has
Mm-hmm.
your
Business.
art style changed?
Well, actually, not so much. I think I've gotten better, but the style, what I want to paint, the color palette that I paint, that part hasn't changed.
changed.
Right, but the style, I think I've gotten better and better and better and better. I've got more detail in my work now, and I
So your
know how
mechanics were
to.
better.
The mechanics are better. I know how to get to where I
That's a
want
good way to put it, yeah.
on the canvas quicker. Whereas maybe years ago I was thinking, what am I going to do? How do I do? Does this look? I don't doubt myself anymore. I got it. I know exactly what to do.
Nice.
And I just knock it out, and it comes out better. Whether I spend 3 weeks on it or 3 hours, the paintings now are coming out stunning. So in that respect, the style really hasn't changed, but it's only better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
It's like that across all.
Yeah,
You're-
absolutely.
yeah.
The more you do, the better you are.
Yeah.
Second guessing yourself is
It
a
doesn't
career
work.
killer.
Yeah.
It is. It's one thing to critique yourself.
Right.
That's different. You know, like if I may be watching a film that I did, I'm like, you know, I could probably do that line differently. You know, if I did it like this, or if I
Right.
portrayed the character like that.
Right.
You know, but I know I've known actors that they're watching themselves and it could be a brilliant performance,
Right.
and they do one thing that's questionable, and they're like, oh, I suck.
Right.
You can't do that as an
Right,
artist,
right.
regardless of
know.
you know what genre it
Right.
is. You can't.
And I've learned that when I'm painting live and there's an audience behind me, they don't know how to do what I do. Whatever I do, they think is wonderful.
Yeah.
So I've got to remember that. Like every little brushstroke, I can't say, oh, maybe it shouldn't look
Yeah,
like
you
that, or
can't-
oh, maybe I shouldn't use that color. They think I hear oohing and awing behind me.
Yeah.
They think everything I do is so wonderful. So I've got to just relax.
Yeah.
And I've learned how to relax. I'm not so tense anymore when I paint in front of people. That's
Yeah.
a big part of why my paintings are getting done faster.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
that's
That's
excellent.
good.
Yeah, because they don't know what you're going to do. It's like when you go to
They
theater.
can't do it.
Yeah.
They can't do it.
No.
They're buyers, is what they can't do it. They're not artists.
And even if you make a slight mistake, they wouldn't know.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah. It's like going to live theater.
Yeah, they don't know.
You know, and
They don't know what the script
yeah,
is.
you mess up a line or something, they don't know.
No.
They're not sitting there with a copy of the script. Oh, you know, they
Right.
said the wrong word. You know, or
Right.
oh, she made the wrong brush stroke. She's
Right.
supposed to do this, or she's
Right.
supposed to use that color.
Right. Yeah.
Well, time is just about up.
Aw,
What?
that
Yep,
was too
we got
quick.
it.
We
We
still,
got-
we still have a couple of minutes.
No, 3 minutes.
So, well, let's take advantage of some of that, and why don't you let everybody know how they can find you? Are you on social media? If they want to contract you out, can
Yeah,
they contract you
I
out?
do
for-
take commissions. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. why
So
don't you let-
I am on Instagram, lori.royce.artist. You can find me there. My website, livinganartistlife.com. I'm on LinkedIn, Lori Royce. And otherwise, you can find me in person painting live every Friday night at Art Basil Italian Restaurant. You could buy a wet painting right off my easel, or you could buy one of my finished paintings in the restaurant. Come
Okay.
on over and say hello.
and the website one more time.
livinganartistlife.com.
Artist singular.
Artist.
Okay.
Life.com.
All right. Livinganartistlife.com.
Right, or you could just Google Lori Royce, LORIROYCE, like Rolls Royce, and all my social media pages pop up, and my website.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Lori, thank you
Thank
so
you
much
for
for
coming
being
on.
on
Such a
the show.
pleasure.
Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing these beautiful
Yeah.
paintings.
Yeah,
Very welcome.
absolutely.
Anytime.
I know they're gorgeous. See, you know, it's like I look at stuff like this, I'm like,
Yeah, it's
calms you right down. You
Yeah.
know, the colors. Well, blue. Blue
Yeah.
is one of those colors that has
Yeah.
a very calming
And
effect.
we
anyway.
need to be calm now in the world, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so I'm so hyper all the time. You know, it's like, yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, well, thanks again, Lori, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Bye. It was a
And
pleasure.
catch us next Thursday at 5 o'clock. And we will, like I said, we'll be here every week this month.
Yep. Next week we have Varian V. Doc Scott, who's a filmmaker who I am working with on a project right now. Not sure how much I can say about it, but you know, we'll have him live tomorrow, or tomorrow. Listen to me. See,
Yeah.
I know
next
my
week.
mouth has a hard time keeping up with the brain. I heard somebody describe somebody with ADHD as Ferrari brain, but with bicycle brakes. That's me, right? So again, this is all part of the Florida Arts Network. Go on our website, www.floridaartsnetwork.org, and see how you can help. We have tons of opportunities for involvement
Yeah.
in the.
And it's a nonprofit, so it's tax deductible.
Yes. You get a break on your taxes when you
Break on your
donate.
bank when you donate.
Yep. All right. So we will see you all next Thursday. Have a great night. Have a great week.
Good night, people.
Thank you for watching The Artist Loft. Make sure to tune in next time for another great show. A show that was produced by Ant Media Productions and hosted by the Florida Arts Network with your hosts Richard Sosa and Frank A. Ruffolo.